The Chief Economic Advisor of India, V. Anantha Nageshwaran, spoke exclusively to DD India. And during this conversation, he highlighted the growing Indian economy. And he said that depreciating rupee does not signal that something is wrong with the Indian economy. Let's listen to what he said exactly.
Sir, a very warm welcome to DD India. We are honored to have you on this special broadcast. Sir, when we talk about the world's fastest growing major economy, India, we also talk about the remarkable progress the country is making across sectors. In that context, how do you assess the current movement of the Indian rupee that we are witnessing right now?
So thank you for having me on the show. And the first thing we need to understand, as you have been correctly pointing out in your opening remarks, that our economic fundamentals are sound. And the last 11 years of economic reforms and structural reforms, infrastructure improvement, digital public infrastructure, all of these things have combined to lift the potential or the trend growth rate of the Indian economy. The depreciating rupee does not signal that something is wrong with the Indian economy. On the contrary, the depreciating rupee does not reflect the Indian economic fundamentals. It is becoming cheaper, it is becoming valuable, and I'm sure at some stage, as has happened in the past, they will appreciate this, and the cheaper rupee itself will become a magnet for foreign investment inflows into India. Back to you.
Well, Nageshwaran also emphasized on purposeful policies, the country's focus on global value chains, and how India is becoming a favorite destination for investors from around the world.
So we were just talking about the investments in the country. A growing number of international investors continue to view India as one of the most compelling investment destinations today. What, in your view, is driving this strong global interest in India?
I think it is the economy with very good demographics, and historical evidence is that countries with such a young demographic, median age being 27 to 28, normally will continue to display high growth. And post-COVID, we have been able to register high growth without some of the attendant side effects which we used to experience in the past. High growth used to be, after a short period, used to be marked by rising inflation, rising and unsustainable current account deficit or trade deficit, or unsustainable credit growth resulting in non-performing assets. Now, all those side effects are missing now. We have low inflation, which means more purchasing power and disposable income in the hands of the people. And we have very low current account deficit, and around 1.2 to 1.4%. And the banking system is in good shape, disbursing credit and NPA levels are at historic lows, and the trade deficit is under control after taking into account the services sector surplus, etc. So many of the signs of unsustainable growth boom are not there. So this growth boom is sustainable, and that is what makes India an attractive proposition.